What an absolutely incredible night of Champions League football we just had. Seriously, Matchday 5 had it all. We saw a giant fall at home, a powerhouse lay down the law, and a comeback that was straight out of a movie script. So let's get right into it and break down the 3 wild stories that really defined the evening.
You know, if you had to boil down the biggest shock of the night to just one word, this would be it. Stunned. It's exactly how our source described the feeling after a result that, let's be honest, almost nobody saw coming.
Yep, you're reading that right. One of the biggest, most feared teams in the whole tournament was completely humbled. A result that just rips up the script and throws all the predictions right out the window for their group.
But you know, that massive upset, that was just one part of an absolutely electric night of football. To really get the full picture, we've got to unpack all the key moments from this Matchday 5.
So yeah, we're diving into Matchday 5, which our source perfectly described as having some absolutely mouth-watering encounters. And we're going to focus on the 3 games that gave us the best stories.
First up, let's talk about that huge shocker. We're heading to Manchester, to the Etihad Stadium, where a team that just expects to win, especially at home, was about to get a serious reality check.
I mean, look, on paper, this was a total mismatch, right? You've got Manchester City, this absolute powerhouse, playing in their own fortress. And on the other side, a really solid, but let's face it, clear underdog in Bayer Leverkusen. Everything pointed to a comfortable win for City.
But this is football, and it absolutely loves to throw a wrench in the plans. The final score, 2-1 to Leverkusen. This wasn't just an upset. It was a statement, a message to everyone that in the Champions League, nobody is invincible.
And we come back to that word stunned. It's just so perfect. Because this wasn't just a loss for City, it was a genuine shock to the system. You can just feel the disbelief in that one word, right? Beaten, on their own patch, incredible.
Okay, so while all that drama was unfolding in Manchester, a completely different kind of story was being written down in London. This wasn't about a nail-biting upset, oh no. This was about pure, ruthless dominance.
Down at Stamford Bridge, you had another massive game, Chelsea taking on Barcelona. But where the City game was this tense, back-and-forth fight, this one, well, this was a clinic put on by the home side.
And the scoreline tells you everything you need to know. 3-0. No questions asked. This wasn't a last-minute scramble. It was just a completely convincing, powerful performance from the first whistle to the last.
I love how our source describes it, saying Chelsea just rolled past Barcelona. See, it wasn't just a win, it was a demolition. Beating a team like Barca 3-0 in this competition, that sends a shiver down the spine of every other team left.
All right, so we've had the shocking upset, we've had the dominant blowout. What's missing? The comeback, of course. And for that, we turn to the awesome clash between Marseille and Newcastle United.
And this match played out just like a classic comeback movie. You know the script. First, disaster strikes. Newcastle grabs the lead. The pressure is on Marseille. But instead of folding, they just dug in, they fought back, and they clawed their way to an unbelievable late victory. And listen to the wording from our source. It's not just that Marseille won, it's that they came back to win. That little detail is so important. It's all about the fight, the character, the resilience that made this result so special. So, you put it all together. An upset, a beatdown, and a comeback. It was an absolutely wild night. So let's zoom out for a second and just take in the big picture of what we saw. This right here, this says it all, doesn't it? In just one night of football, we got 3 completely different, incredible narratives. The classic underdog story, a brutal show of force, and a victory snatched from the jaws of defeat. It's a perfect example of why this is the best club competition on the planet.
I mean, really, this night was a reminder of why the Champions League is just different. Our source called them mouth-watering encounters, and they were not wrong. This wasn't just a series of games, it was pure, unscripted drama.
So it all leaves me with one final question for you. Who do you think made the biggest statement? Was it Leverkusen with that unbelievable upset? Was it Chelsea with that ruthless display of power? Or was it Marseille showing that incredible heart to come from behind? That's the beauty of it, isn't it? There's no wrong answer.